Good morning, everyone. It's a Tuesday, and welcome to this very special edition of our Tuesday StreamYard Free Mentorship Academy. I am Dr. Sylvia B. Mwansa, and today's topic is very close to my heart: succession planning with mentorship, intentional mentorship. But before I go into the meat of the presentation, we come on this platform every day, Monday to Friday. As you know, Monday we've got Rev Water, Tuesday is today, Wednesday it's the marketplace with mompreneurs. Pleased to know that tomorrow they will be on the show. And on Thursday, we've got Dr. Nelly, amazing things there. And on Friday, we've got healthy tips with a new image, and we are learning every day, and it's such exciting news that is coming on every Friday. I can't wait for everything to happen. So today is, just as I said, a special day, and I have the honor of hosting a very special guest who is my daughter, Sampa Mwansa-Chilambwe, who has worked with me closely with no pushing. Just say, where are we going? Okay, I'm coming. Where are we going? There's this, let's go. And it's been just so amazing. She's worked with me closely, and over the last 2 weeks, attending 3 powerful events. And I say 3 powerful events. You know, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive. And this is just what has happened. Now, this is more than a mother-daughter moment. This is about intentional mentorship, exposure, and building the bridge of legacy. We have attended the Invest in Zambia International Conference hosted by Zambia Development Agency and opened by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. Then we had the Lead Africa Summit, themed Empowering Transformational Leaders for Africa's Future, officiated by Her Honor the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Madam Nalumango. And then we just ended this week the ABSA Inspire Me conference, themed Your Story Matters, with the guest of honor, Honorable Princess Kasune, Minister of Justice, with MD Mizinga Melu telling their stories. It was just so amazing. It's so amazing. It was so amazing. But the details have already been posted. You can actually read them on my LinkedIn page. So these 3 events open doors of thought. First of all, when because they say you just have to create this time for thinking. So it did open doors for thought, for reflection, and learning. And not just for me, but also for Sampa. So today we will unpack these lessons through the lens of mentorship and how that builds succession planning in our families, in our businesses, and leadership spaces, because we are all in this space where things are happening. And when they happen, we just have to move forward with what it takes. So let me begin by saying that why succession planning matters. Succession planning matters is not just about inheritance. It's not only a boardroom decision that we are going to have this person sitting on our board, we are going to do this is what we're going to do. It is a mindset. We really have to think, how am I going to shift this mindset? How am I going to actually apply this? It's a process and a responsibility. It is about everyone who wants succession planning, everyone who wants to take up these leadership positions. It is your responsibility to make sure that everything is in place. Whether you are running a business, whether you are leading a movement, or guiding a family, and especially guiding a family, we are all like, what will I do with my family? What will I do with the things that has happened to me in times of this? So succession planning ensures continuity, it ensures your legacy to go on, and it also ensures growth. In my own life and work, I've come to understand that mentorship is the bridge between generations. we've got generations, and we've been talking about generations this past weeks. I even found something that we did in 2012 when I was president of Business and Professional Women, where we had wisdom sharing breakfast from my parents to me to my child. So all these things are resonating and they're coming out. And we were even saying, oh my goodness, we had Dr. Mwansa as guest of honor. We had Mrs. Kankasa, she's the late. And I was just saying, all these people are late. 3 of them are late here, Madam Mulundika, Madam Kankasa, and Madam Mwansa. So I said, how can we honor this legacy that we started? And we're thinking, and Sampa was saying, let's do this. So I am relying on you, Sampa, for this thing to happen. And we have started the journey, as it were. So this is why this is so important for us to be, to be getting through this. So today, the conversation that we're having here is it, when we are talking about generation, it is where the how is passed on, not just the what, because a lot of times we've got what it is that we need to do. And that's what we have tried to practice through lived experience by showing and involving. It's like delegation, showing and involving, and not just telling. We are good at telling, and then we're not walking the talk. So we really need to walk the talk if we have to have good succession planning. So today I want to invite you to reflect on your own spaces. Who are you mentoring? Who are you preparing to take the baton? Because time will come when you are not going to be there. So this segment that we're having now, I'm having a conversation with Sampa and the lessons from the road that we've been traveling. Now let's bring in Sampa, my daughter. Thank you for being here. You have worked with me closely these past 2 weeks and also before, but these past 2 weeks has just been so amazing. So let's begin here. What was your biggest learning from being part of the Invest in Zambia International Conference? I just want you to go out there. I want you to, how did it make you view the Zambian economy? As an economist, I know we were really like, yeah, that you economists, what is happening and how can this relate to whatever is happening in our economy? Also, I want you to talk about what stood out about women and youth enterprise. So over to you. You've got 15 minutes to speak to this, or we say 10 minutes and break them. Okay, over to you.
All right. Good morning, Dr. Sunshine. A lot of people think that, first of all, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to speak. And a lot of people have the misconception that I am an only girl. I'm actually not an only girl. I've got a younger sister. She's amazing and she does amazing things. She does the ubumi, and she also makes period packs for preteens, the ones that are just about to start their periods. And also she works on moms. So why I'm talking about this is that, the relationship that you have with your parents is very important. They're your first point of endorsement. When your mother's peers and everybody is seeing how close you are and how open you are with the information and how you've exposed yourself, everything that I can safely say that right now, everything that I'm doing, my mother is in full support and she's fully aware. And what that does is that it puts me in a position where I say, okay, even if it's something that is going on, she is fully aware. And what this does is that it produces so much. You are moving with, you've got support. You're moving with support on your back. You're moving with comfort. You're moving with confidence. For a long time, I wasn't confident. And for about 3 years, I wasn't. So I said, okay, what can I do to be deliberate? How can I change where I am? Because you can't, it's like a plant that is not growing properly in the correct environment. You transplant it, right? So for me, I've taken deliberate steps to transplant my previous attitude and to transplant my previous notions towards things. And I've moved myself from being negative into being positive. And what that has done is that You know, I was even telling Dr. Sunshine to say, it's like all the speakers are speaking to me. It's so weird. Everybody is almost saying the same message, and it's very deliberate. And you know, it's like when you go to church and they're like, go deeper, Papa, because it's like your message, it's for you, you know. So it's very deliberate. The ISIC just ended. It was speaking about how collaborations and partnerships, and you know, you can't do it alone. So I'm very much aware that I can't do it alone, and this is why I said, okay, I need to put together a strong board. Now, not just a board like Dr. Sunshine alluded to, that is that won't work or won't. They will support you, but it's not so strong. You know, I'm a strong personality, so I need a strong board that can tell me, okay, do this direction. So I said, okay, who other than my parents can sit on this board? And I said, my mother has reached the epitome. At a certain point, she had 60% market share, and now she's doing this mindset change program, which is getting traction and is going to, I promise you it will get back to 60%, 80% market share, because everybody needs mindset. You know, the mind is something that can break you or make you. And for me, I'm choosing to use the mindset change process, the mindset process, to make me. And this is why I've been following very closely to say, okay, my burning platform, yes, we've jumped off the burning platform, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to have acceptance. After that, once you've gone through your process, all your feelings, that's when you can start doing something about it. Don't try and shy away from your feelings like, okay, no, I won't feel angry. I won't feel that. It will show up later. So it's very important to make sure that you go through the entire burning platform process. And this is what I have done. I've been angry. I've gone through acceptance. And now it's, what am I doing about it? What I'm doing about it is being very deliberate with my networking. I need to be in spaces where I can form partnerships. This is why I went for the ZDA. And if you notice, everything is around economics. Everything is around the economy. So the ISIC, the ABSA, and the just ended leadership summit, all of them have to do with the economy and in different aspects. The leadership summit was very religious, and the religious leaders, there was the Churches Council of Zambia, registrar, and general secretary. And you know, these are some of the things where you really need to be deliberate with where you go. You can't be everywhere, yes, but because there's so many events happening at the same time. So you have to choose. You have to choose a network for success. What aligns with where you want to go? What aligns with where you want to be? You write it down. Okay, this is the key takeaway that I want to get from here. And as I don't know if it's luck, or maybe it's like Dr. Sunshine said, the teacher showing up. I'm in the process of signing an MOU with a chartered accountant who is going to provide services, because they are Zika accredited and everything. So they're going to provide services, you know, to the general public. And now we can go out and sell it and sell the MOU and create real impact for SMEs. You know, being an SME, everybody prepares you for marriage, they prepare you for starting a job, they prepare you for, but there's hardly anything that prepares you for starting a business. Starting a business is just watching how your mom or your auntie navigates certain things, or okay, partnerships, or okay, this is how you follow up on payments. You see by experience. So now I want it to be very deliberate in that, not just seeing the experience, but being very deliberate in having sort of just preparation towards you starting your business, and having business women that have been there before you support you and feed into you the same way that people feed into you when you're going to get married. The same kind of concept. Which is very, very important. What that does is that, one, it positions you as someone who is doing things correctly, doing things for sustainability, and doing things for the long haul. You know, there's so many people that start businesses today and then tomorrow they don't want to do it. I've been doing business from 2017, and what I want to do is to just cement and relaunch, rebrand in a way that other peers my age can say, okay, it's possible to grow a business organically and have it scale to a point where now it's competing with larger corporates. So this is what I'm doing. And this is why being deliberate with the events that we're going to. And it's funny that they were saying, oh, you're little sunshine. And I said, yes, I've now decided to own it, to say, okay, yes, I can see where the similarities are. I can see where the similarities are in that I'm extremely resilient, which Dr. Sunshine is. She's navigated a lot of difficult things that other people wouldn't have necessarily managed to navigate. And I've gone through a lot of difficult things in my business and I've managed to navigate. So I can say, okay, yes, it's very much rubbed off on me. And this is probably why I can get up and start walking again and start running and pushing and contributing towards the success of other businesses. And I said, what business can I do that is lower risk, but also provides real impact? There's a lot of businesses that do business and are not compliant. Starting right is very important, and staying right is also very important. So for me, I had focused on the statutories, which is the NAPSA NEMA, but now with this partnership that I'm in the process of signing, this is actually going to bring things more in the light and be able to do things and run with it and market, because now it's being done by a Zika accredited firm, and the CEO of that firm has over 15 years experience in audit and reporting, and so it's something which very much can impact SMEs and make sure that they're doing things correctly. So and I met her at the ABSA event, and she's my younger sister's friend's former boss. So I said, oh, okay, so this is amazing, because the employees of an institution make the institution, and when someone identifies to say, okay, this one, it means I'm doing something right. So I'm very, very pleased to share that I'm making very deliberate steps towards this. And the launch, we shall talk more about it tomorrow, but this is something that's very important.
Thank you so much. What would be the, you've said, you've talked so much about it, and one thing that I have picked there is being deliberate about business preparation, because you said, like when we were talking about it, you know what, let's do something, because when you're going into a marriage, they prepare you. Why not when you're not going into a business? And that for me really brought about something that we really must do, so that other people can learn from it, and other people can be prepared in the way that we want to, to move forward. And these are some of the things that really make us feel that things are happening and things are really working for us. So we also went to the build. The thing that really caught me the most was the ABSA event. The ABSA event. I just want you to really speak about it, because we had to. We saw people exhibiting. We saw people talking about their stories, and how it is so hard for people to get why SMEs don't actually qualify to get the loans, or why it is so difficult for the SMEs to access those loans. And one of them really, because you remember we were deliberating, where even the systems that people put in place, there's no deliberate teaching to say this is the new system and this is the way you want to go. Just like you were talking about how statutory obligations will not make you qualify to get a loan. So how important is being compliant, and how important are you taking these things, as you said, as you rebrand and as you set yourself apart from the ordinary to that person that you really want to become?
Yes, it's very true. A lot of SMEs, they don't get access to facilities, not because they can't and not because they don't have collateral, but because they don't have systems in place that enable them to be visible. And if you see, the DigiBusiness logo is a magnifying glass. So our mandate is to create visibility of businesses. create visibility of businesses, and ensure that they are doing things correct. You know, you always talk about this thing that says, what is it called? Positive inquiry? Is that what you call it?
Expectancy. Positive expectancy.
Yes, positive expectancy, where you say, you know, when you've written an exam and you get 100% or 99%, you want to go home and, oh, mom, dad, look at my report card. I'm doing so well. But when you get 30%, 40%, you even want to behave as if you didn't go for the exam. No, we didn't have the exam or this and that. So for me, why I'm being very deliberate and very open is that this is something that, one, was something I studied. I'm an economist by, what is it? Vocation?
By training.
By training, yes, I'm an economist, full economist, yeah, with my degree and everything. And then project management is the master's I was pursuing. So it's something that is very deliberate, in that businesses, they can be moving, they can be thriving. You see, oh no, this business is huge, this business is working. Meanwhile, underneath, they are not compliant, they can't access loans, they take 4 months to open a bank account. You know, it's something which, and then for me, I always have these question marks, because, you know, it's something that you can, today, if I decide to open an account, within a week, the account will be opened, you know? So it's very important to have a file where you have all your documents, your statutories are in place, you've got your printed NAPSA, NEMA, all these regulators, they have certificates on their websites, which you can, once you're compliant, you can print it out, you file it. What that does is that when you are tendering, you're not running around, oh, okay, no, we have to make sure, oh no, what are the penalties? We need to tender. When you're tendering, all your documents are already in one place. All you need to do is probably photocopy, bind them, send them off. Now your resource costings will be high, because first you have to clear your penalties, then you have to make sure your NAPSA is in order, then you have to make sure that this is in order, you have to make sure that you have got legal letters and all these things. So for what DigiBusiness has done is that we have a membership of 10,650 kwacha per annum. You pay this, you've got access to our legal representative, you've got access to chartered accountants, you've got access to HR practitioners, you've got access to the mindset change, because everything, if you've got the wrong mindset, it won't work. So you've got access to the mindset change SBM program. You've got access to all these opportunities. And you know, just yesterday, we had a lady come in and she was like, oh, wow, I just came here for consultancy and I'm going away with so many things. And this is the feeling that we want, especially women. We're also embracing men, because I mean, I'm a boy mom, so I want to also advocate for boys. But yes, this is something which you have to make sure that you are very deliberate. So you sign up your membership and then you've got access to all these programs and opportunities, and you pay for them, but we are paying within the confines of, you know, on the, not to jump up and down, but you know, I need to mention the Maslow needs hierarchy, right? There's sense of belonging. When you have a sense of belonging, it helps you center your mind, right? It helps you center your mind, and it helps you navigate better, because you're not trial and error. It's not all lawyers that are for you. It's not all accountants that are for you. It's not all programs that are for you. So within the confines, we've vetted the mindset change program, we've vetted the chartered accountants, we've vetted the legal providers. So within this membership program, once you pay your 10,650, then you can have access to pay for the mindset change program, you can pay for the accountants, you can pay for the legal representation within the confines and support system that is there. So for me, I'd just love to say these are opportunities that are available. for people that are taking their businesses seriously and want to operate within the confines of a support system that gives you a sense of belonging.
Wow. Wow. I just, the way that you have become so malleable that it's so easy to coach and to mentor. I remember each time that I've got a consulting and I just call you, please come and meet this person. And at the end of the day, it just, marries together and say, oh, this one also is interested in, this one is interested in. So this is what it is when you are ready to be mentored. And I'm speaking to everyone, every child that is out there. When you are ready to be mentored, when you are malleable, when you're accepting the decisions or the guidance, in fact, it's the guidance, because at the end of the day, each one of us has got a decision that they have to make. And a coach or a mentor is just helping you to get to where you're going. They do not make decisions for you. So this is why I even love the example that you made. It's actually appreciative inquiry, where you are looking at the things that have worked. And if you had 15 wrong, you even want to find out, how did I do this wrong? It's because you are malleable, you are open to learning, and you are excited about how things are happening. So this one for me hit home, because the truth is your story does matter, but we must make space for our succession to write their version of their success story. With our wisdom, yes, but also with their courage. Because you must have the courage. You must have the decision to start. When you've got the decision to start, then things are going to be working for you. For example, we are waiting for you to come and tell that big story. After all these, I know, by the time it's October, everything will be in place, and we're just going to, our shoulders are broad enough for you to ride. So don't feel anything that is, the small things that come in your way that, this hasn't worked. It's just a process. It takes time to win. It takes so much time to win. But a lot of people want it one day, fix it. They want to have money today. It doesn't work like that. You burn, and before you just burn outside, and your inside is like, when you've got dough and you're baking a cake, and you don't have the right temperature of the oven. It will burn, it will be brown outside, but inside it will be soft, because you haven't
raw, yeah.
temperature. So this is what learning and the process is to make sure that slowly you are being baked, so that you arrive inside out. When you arrive inside out, then things are going to work, for you. So to end, I want to do this, shared reflection. So from all these events, we have picked up some key themes which I want you to actually take home. We have picked up mentorship is not only for formal, it's daily. It's not only formal, like it's now, it's daily mentorship. Succession is a gift, not an entitlement. There are some people who have good things. This is why you see Europeans leaving, their things to the cat, to the dog, to the orphanage, because it is not an entitlement. You can be left out if you are not fit to fall into that space. So it must be earned. Succession is a gift, not an entitlement. It must be earned, but it must also be given intentionally. Mentorship opens doors to rooms that successors might never enter, alone. Presence matters, like what we have experienced in these few months, few weeks. That mentorship presence matters. Watching and learning from lived experience. If you haven't experience is the best teacher. So this lived experience is more powerful than theory. Because why are we saying this? It's because things are really are done in such a way that you are left with this now the path. It's wider to walk in than you walking in the narrow path if you don't have the experience. So Sampa, what's your encouragement to other young people who may not have access to mentorship yet? What can you encourage them?
Okay, so to the young people that don't have mentorship yet, I would advise you to join our community, because in our community, you will have access to so much more than you even think. You would come in and let's say you need capital to start your business, we would assist to probably point you in the right direction to get that capital to start your business. You need access to mentors. We would assist you to find access to mentors. And real life, there's so many organizations that claim to be doing this, but I feel this one is where you've gone through the other programs and now you want to sit and actually do it. It's like someone teaches you how to bake a cake, but they haven't given you the ingredients to bake that cake. But here we give you the ingredients to bake your own unique cake. If you want a cupcake, you start small, that's fine. If you want a big cake, that's fine. If you're ambitious, that's fine. If you're not. So this is for you. So I would encourage everybody to join a community or our community. You can give us a call, you can DM, you can find us on LinkedIn. We are very active on LinkedIn, and I think everybody should, beef up your LinkedIn. I have received so much support and so much positive vibes because of LinkedIn. And this was something deliberate that came from Dr. Sunshine. And she said, your LinkedIn profile is dead. There's nothing happening there. And I said, yeah, no, it's true. I haven't done much there. So she says, okay, use this formula. Change your banner, make it something which you feel you want people to feel when they go to your LinkedIn page. Change your photo, put an inviting photo. Change your bio, put a bio that resonates with you. When it's like you're having a conversation with someone. What do you want people to take away when they come to your page? Be deliberate. So I even, for example, I'm now field manager at Sanlam because it fits into what DG Business is doing to support SMEs. So everything is so deliberate, and the visibility that has come from it. I'm almost every day I'm receiving inquiries in my DMs to say, okay, look, please give me a call, or have someone from your team give me a call. And before I didn't have that. So LinkedIn is a platform where people are ready to support. People are ready to just build you up. So if you need consultancy on LinkedIn, you can DM both Dr. Sunshine and I, and we can support you, we can assist to see how best to do this for you and for it to have the impact that you want. Now I understand why she always asked me, what do you want? What do you really want, Sampa? So she always asked me, what do you really want? And I feel now is when I can answer the question, and even without verbalizing what it is, by walking the talk, she can see what I really want.
That's so super. That's so super. And these LinkedIn sessions, I was actually trained. I was being trained by Dr. Cynthia, who is a LinkedIn queen. So as I was training, because you said for you to learn more, you have to teach someone. So I was I learn and then I teach. So this is what it is that we need to be doing. If you really have to mentor, the things that you're experiencing, also teach others. And it doesn't subtract from me, it doesn't subtract from anyone, and that is what it is. So I would like to thank you all for joining us today, Sampa. Thank you for authentically and insights. This moment for us is a reminder that succession isn't an event, it's a journey. We want, if you want our stories, businesses, values, and visions to live beyond us, we must mentor deliberately and succession plan proactively. If this session has blessed you, feel free to share it, comment, and tell us how you are planning your succession through mentorship in your own home, in your business, and in your career. We say that if you want to be promoted, mentor someone so that there's someone to take over what it is that you're doing. Because if you don't have someone to succeed you, you're not going to be promoted because you're the only one who knows how to do that. So see you next Tuesday. And remember, legacy isn't just what you leave behind, it's who you leave prepared. It's who you leave prepared. So thank you so much for today, and we hope that you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.